Welcome back to the Final Whistle podcast. I am your host Javon, and this is the Spurs versus Chelsea match preview. Let's get into it. Wagwan people, welcome back to the channel. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification bell to hear or to get notified when I upload a new video. Now, let's get into the preview. Chelsea travel to Tottenham on the other side of London, or the north side of London. Excuse me while I get my geography right. To the north side of London in a clash in a London derby. This is a very important 3 points for both teams. Now, on one hand, Chelsea needed 3 points to stay in the race for the top four because we're not in a title race, at least not yet, at least. And for Tottenham to turn their losing woes into winning ways. Now, looking at this game, I am actually quite focused and locked in for this game. Like I was a player. When I'm not playing, I'm just giving my thoughts on the game. And I'm hoping we can rock up the Spurs, take home the 3 points, and move and continue our winning ways. Hopefully, we could get a clean sheet to get another to kind of get the good feeling back around the back. Even though we have to make some changes at the back based on who's out due to injury. Now let's get into the starting 11. My predicted starting 11 that Enzo Maresca might go with. Please remember, with discretion with my starting 11. Could be nothing like I expect because Maresca likes to throw a little chink in the armor there when it comes down to the starting 11. But this would be my starting 11 going into the game. Can I say that right back? Yes, some more goodness. Colwell at right centre back. Badia Shield comes in to replace the injured Fofana at left centre back. So at the back line right there, I would have Colwell more to the right and Badia Shield more to the left. Kukurea as the left back. Lavia and Enzo in the middle of the park, along with Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson, Pedro Neto, and Jadon Sancho up front. We played brilliant against Aston Villa. I didn't want to change a thing. The only thing I changed is the inclusion and exclusion of Badia Shield and Wesley Fofana, and that's only due to injury. Now, the reason why I wanted this lineup is because it gives us so much impetus going forward, and also we get to see Caicedo invert again. And Caicedo inverting, they have a good timing and a good synergy when along with Cucurella to see when they invert. So basically, when one steps into the middle of the pitch, the other one knows to go back into the fullback position, and I want to see that being kept in the game. Also, it gives us a lot of defensive stability against Spurs and their pressing. And also, Enzo is in the part, so he's going to get the game to keep the game ticking over and keep those progressive passes going, which then frees up Palmer to do all the goodness that Palmer does. At right wing, no, there's a debate about Madueke starting. Brilliant game at Southampton. Could have had more goals. I see that you're getting better creatively, but I want you to sit on the bench one more week to come in to kind of work for that starting spot. So that way, when if Maresca does give you another opportunity to start, you can't fumble your chances and you have to play out of your skin week in, week out until it becomes consistent performances. And then that's you upgrading your level. But enough about that. Jackson comes in after being rested at midweek. He must have been frustrated to not be able to go in and stat pad, but unless it's Tottenham. Jackson, rise. It's your ground, man. It's your ground. This is your bogey team. You like to play against them. Is bogey the right word? This is your team that you love, absolutely love to play against, and you will normally score against them. Jadon Sancho comes in getting his first goal midweek. Sancholini, Sanchodinho, Sanchino, Sanchovinho. I said that. Did I say that before? The English Brazilian. Show up on show. Let's see some megs. Let's see some tricks, flicks, but shoot when you need to shoot. Please, and regarding Pedro Neto, we all know you have quality. Please be a bit more selfish. Be a bit more selfish. But yeah, that would be my starting 11 when going to face Spurs. Now, let's get into some of the talking points that could be around this game. Us playing out from the back and Spurs is pressing. No, we have been better at playing out from the back. Spurs typically plays with a high line, and when they press us, if we if we're not on point with our playing out from the back, we could give up chances, and that's how Spurs could hurt us. Because if you think about it, if Sanchez has a bozo moment, and we know the tenacity of Kulusevski and the pressing that Brennan Johnson can do, we could be susceptible for a mistake at the back. However, if Spurs rock up with that high line and we cannot play the ball to midfield, we have Lavia who is press resistant, who could roll a defender or who could roll an attacker. And if he clips, passes it to Enzo or himself clips that ball in behind, could be a very long day for Tottenham Hotspur. And we all know what happened last time they tried to play us with a high line. Ended in a 4-1 victory for us. Granted, they were two men down. Yeah, we were nine. They were playing with 9 men, I think. But yeah, another thing I wanted to take up to talk about was the Enzo Maresca's press conference for the Spurs Tottenham game and for the Spurs Chelsea game. And can you guys please stop asking him about the title race? We are not in a title race. Please. We are not in a title race. We're in a top four battle, and we're just we're over exceeding expectations at the moment, and that's just what it is. We're not gonna bang on about, oh, we're in a title race. We're gonna no. Let's calm our jets. And a game against Spurs. While we have a good track record at the Spurs stadium, I think it's White Hart Lane, or I think they moved. So I forgot what the name is. Um, it could be one of those games where we lose 3 points just because we're getting too giddy, right? And Spurs have a better offense than that. Spurs have a better offense than Southampton, so the back line is going to need to do a job here. I do have faith in us, and I do have faith in Kukurea and Caicedo. Badia Shield steps in. We need to see another brilliant 90-minute from Badia Shield. A lot of people has a slight issue with playing two left-footed centre backs as the two centre halves, but I don't necessarily have a problem with that. I just really want 3 points. This is I'm not even going to be shameless about this. If you give me 1-0, 2-0, 2-1, just get the 3 points so we keep the gravy train going. You know, along with but going back to Mariska's press conference, they kept asking him about the comments he made on Noni, and he literally said, I did it because he wants to see the best of Noni, and he can definitely see that there's a player in there and he wants to get more out of Noni, and now he's scoring goals and assisting. So if Mariska sees something, maybe he's just his way in trying to get it out of him. And then he also compared those comments along with what he said about Reece James and the captaincy. He said it's all about getting the best out of the player. And it's a fine line between friends and being the coach, but his main objective is to get the best out of all of these players and not just the ones he may favor to. Now, he was asked about the comparison between this Leicester team and what he did at Leicester and what he did at and what he does at Chelsea. Literally says the big difference is the players' quality, and in the sense that how he attacks it. Like, he focuses on his style of play, he focuses on how he gets the best out of each player and how he gets the best out of each position. And the main difference between Leicester and Chelsea is the player quality, which kind of very clear to see. Now, again, did I give my match prediction? I think I said 2 or 3-1. I'm still going to wrap up here. Firstly, please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm remembering to say that in these videos now. And also look out for the sideline view. My new show with Robert and Marshall from Casual FC. Look out for that. Should be coming out on Tuesdays. Tuesdays, I think, is going to be the regular release date for those. But anyways, like, share, subscribe, up the Chelsea. 3-0 will. 3-0 will. The more I think about it, the more I'm going up in scoreline. But 3-0 win. Or maybe even a 3-1 because Spurs have things. 3-1 win. Final. 3-1 win. Chelsea. Please do not drop the ball. Keep the momentum going. 3-1 win. Up the Chelsea. We flush Spurs on Sunday. Peace.